Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I kind of want to make a bit of a different video. This isn't a short film or anything like that. This is just kind of a video where I want to talk about what gear that I use to make all those videos, and then this is just kind of let you guys know what I use for stuff, and I can kind of look back on this in the future and then see how I've changed, how I've evolved. And this isn't really like a buying guide, this is just what I use. You don't have to go out there and spend all the money you have on everything. I will include prices in case you are interested in something like that. But let's just jump into it. Alright, let's get started. So if you've been here for a while, then you probably know that in 2019 I started making videos. I had a series called Every Blank Ever, and then I did some stuff called The War on Mobile Ads. And that was kind of all I did back then, and for that I used my phone. Nothing but it. I just recorded it on the phone camera, edited it in iMovie, completely free, nothing at all. So if you don't have a camera, you don't have an editing computer, you don't have anything like that, if you have a phone, it comes with iMovie or some other editing software if you have Android, and you could just use that. It's not bad quality at all. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into what I use now. So for a tripod, I have this one that you're seeing on screen. It is pretty great. It gets the job done. You know, you don't really need a fancy tripod. They can be really simple, and this one's really good. I've filmed pretty much everything with this tripod. There might have been one shot in a trailer I made where I just put the camera on the floor, but pretty much everything is done with this tripod. I also have this smaller tripod, which I don't really use for filming stuff at all, but it can hold a phone, which is pretty interesting. So if you have a larger tripod and then you screw off the top of this one and put it on there, you can make a big tripod for your phone, and it's pretty cool. I haven't really used it too much, and I haven't used it at all for filming stuff, but I might use it in the future. It's pretty good. For pretty much all of the videos that I make, the microphone I use is the Rode VideoMic Pro. I got that around the time I made the first Fortnite v Apple, and then since then I've been using it, and I love it. It's great. You can increase the decibel meter on it, and that gets rid of all the hiss and background noise, and that's kind of why I bought it. And it's a really good microphone. Pretty much every sound in those Fortnite v Apple videos and the other short films I've done has been done on that, and it's a great microphone for the price. I also have a Blue Yeti, which is what you're hearing me talk out of now. I don't really use this for recording stuff other than this. I mostly use it just for talking to my friends and meetings and stuff like that. But it's pretty good, and I might use it for more voiceover stuff like this in the future. So the camera I use nowadays for pretty much everything is a Panasonic HC-VX981K 4K camcorder. I got this in early January, and every video I've made in 2020, except for like this one, has been recorded with that. And it's really good. The price isn't overly expensive, and the picture quality is really good, especially in 4K. That's probably the best way to use it. I don't have many issues with it at all. It is a little hard with low light, but I don't really have the best lighting, and I'm working on getting that fixed. I'll show a clip right now. This is, if I turned on all the lights in my room, this is how bright it is. It's not very bright at all. So I'm working on getting that fixed so that there won't be as much noise in the videos, because there has been in some of them, like the beginning of Fortnite v Apple 4. But other than that, it's a great camera, and I definitely recommend it. Now this is a bit of a weird one, but these are all the props that I use when I record things. You know, I play every single character in all the things I make, so I differentiate things with different hats and things like that, and these are all the hats that I use. They're not like expensive or anything. They're probably prop hats. I don't really remember. I won't put like what they're called or a price or anything, because I don't remember, because I got them a very long time ago. And then for action scenes, I use Nerf guns. If you couldn't tell, this green one is probably the one I've used the most, but it actually did break on the set of Fortnite v Apple 4. I'll show a clip of that right now. Action! Yeah, that one is, it's still usable. It still kind of looks good, but it's not very good. But the others are really good, and you know, they're not gonna get me demonetized or anything like that. And you know, they're really cheap. If you guys want a little more behind the scenes stuff, I guess I'll kind of share like the locations that I film stuff, not like where I live or anything like that. But most of the stuff is either in my bedroom, the guest room, or the back room. And then I've done some stuff outside with the finale of Fortnite v Apple. And that's pretty much, I filmed everything in my house. I don't film in sets or anything. I don't even have a green screen. Nothing like that. It's just my rooms. The only time I filmed outside of here is when I was on vacation. Every sports movie ever, if you couldn't tell, was not filmed here at all. But other than that, everything is done here. I said that I play every character in my videos, which isn't necessarily true. My dog Kobe here, he plays the role of Dogs. He's been in a couple videos, and he is a good boy. So here's a video of him. Alright, now let's move on to the software that I use, and we're going to start with editing. So when I did Fortnite v Apple parts 1 through 4, and then some of my reviews on my other channel, those were done on a software called HD Movie Maker Pro, which is very inexpensive. It's only like $10, and it's a great place for beginners to start. I knew pretty much nothing about editing other than iMovie, and when I got this thing for a really cheap price, I was able to pick it up and learn it really easily. It's not perfect though. There are frame rate drops, which are really annoying, but there's nothing I can do about that without re-editing the entire thing. And then you cannot drag and drop, so you have to go into a folder and then click add this clip every single time. You can't just drag a bunch of them in there, which is kind of annoying, but other than that, it's a great place to start for beginners. Just recently, I've started using a new editing software, which I made our newest video, The Gourd, with, and then a couple other things. I now use Movie Studio 17, which is basically a cheaper version of Vegas, but it's still very powerful. And this is another one that's good for people who are pretty new to editing. It's more advanced than the other one, and I think I'm going to stick with this one for a while. It's really powerful, it's really easy to use, and I can get a lot of stuff done with it in not that much time. I have used other editing softwares briefly. I made one video in Premiere Pro. It was the 5 minutes short, I believe. And then I have tried to use DaVinci Resolve, which is completely free. That's actually a really good one because it's totally free, but it just didn't work for me. It was really complex, and it was so bad with playback. I couldn't even play back 5 seconds of a video without it getting stuck or lagging or the video being delayed. So it's really good for beginners, and it is advanced. I might still use it for color grading and things like that, but for editing, it was kind of a nightmare to use. Alright, now let's talk about how I make music. I've done music for a few things. For our latest short, The Gourd, I used a trial of Magic's Music Studio, which came with the trial of Movie Studio that I got. And it's not that great for the trial. I'm sure it's good when you buy it. I was under the illusion that it came with the full version of Movie Studio, even though it doesn't. They give you a trial with it, with the trial of the other one, but when you buy the whole one, you don't get the full version of this, which is kind of dumb. That's why the soundtrack to The Gourd was very, very simple. I just kind of was in there for a few minutes, and I copy-pasted some things, so I can't really say if I'd recommend it. I've just used the trial version, but the main music software I use is a really weird one. I use the PS4 game Dreams, and I really like it. I mean, it's kind of weird to use a PS4 controller to make music. Well, you know, it's not the most time efficient thing. It does take a while, but they have a lot of cool instruments on there, and I scored Fortnite v Apple 4 on there, and I'm pretty happy with the results. For other sound related things, a software called SoundForge came with Movie Studio, and I do plan to use that soon. Although I haven't really used it much, I've just kind of opened it up to see what it looks like, but I might use it for some future projects. And then I also use Audacity from time to time. I'm recording this on that, but I don't really use that for videos. I use it for other stuff, but those are some other audio things that I use. For thumbnails, I make those in Photoshop, and then for screenwriting, which I don't really do for the videos I make on here, everything in pretty much all the videos is just improv. And screenwriting software, I use Celtics, which is really good. I've written a lot of things on there, but nothing for this channel. And alright, that is my gear video. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I use. If I forgot something, I'll let you know in the comments, and I will update this video maybe in about a year or two. But yeah, that's my gear video as of October 23rd, 2020. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.